In October 1966, a disaster struck a small Welsh village. It happened in minutes, and it took the lives of 116 children. The village was called Aberfan. But decades later, parts of the official investigation into what happened there are still sealed by the British government until 2067. Aberfan was a mining village in South Wales. Coal was life here, and so was danger. Above the village sat massive coal waste tips, mountains of loose mining debris. Locals had raised concerns for years. They warned that the tips were unstable. Those warnings were ignored. On the morning of October 21, 1966, heavy rain soaked the coal tips above the village. At around 9:15 a.m., one of the tips collapsed. A black avalanche of coal waste surged downhill. It engulfed Pantglas Junior School just as lessons were beginning. Children and teachers were buried within seconds. Parents ran toward the school with bare hands. Rescue efforts were desperate and mostly hopeless. By the end of the day, 104 people were dead. The vast majority were children. A public tribunal was launched to determine what went wrong. Its findings were clear: the disaster was entirely avoidable. Responsibility lay with the National Coal Board. Not with the village, not with the school, not with the parents. But despite these findings, no senior figures were prosecuted. Even more controversially, the government forced victims' families to help pay for tip removal. Years later, it emerged that key documents from the disaster were restricted from public release. Some of those files will remain sealed until 2067, over a century after the tragedy. Officials have never fully explained why such restrictions were necessary. Critics argue the sealed files may reveal deeper institutional failures, or decisions that placed cost and reputation above safety. Aberfan is not just a story of disaster. It is a story about accountability and what happens when it's delayed. And it raises a final question: what truth remains hidden in files we're still not allowed to see?